All right, let's get it rolling, guys. Get it. What up, fam? This video, we're going to talk about women. Do they still want romance? Is it a fad? Is it a phase? Fantasy, fable? Some say yes, some say no. I mean, I'm sure, has it evolved? Maybe it's evolved in time. Maybe it's no longer needed. Well, we're going to get into it. I got a few points of view on this. We're going to discuss it a little bit. We're going to break it down a little bit like we always do. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below. Don't go away.
I pray for my homies out there. Please, God, give them strength. Please, God.
So let's talk about this romance situation, right? Is it still necessary? Do we still need it? Well, understand this. Romance is still part of seduction. It's still part of getting our panties wet. All right. Romance sets the mood. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you guys is that romance is best served in the moment, right? We don't want to create the romance. Romance shows up, guys, when a woman is attracted and she sees you as a 7 or above. You ain't got to be an 8. A 7 is good, because if she finds something you do endearing or romantic, she's going to find more attraction for you. It's going to pull her interest more toward you in an attraction level to raise your SMV because of the things you do. You see, you have to understand that maybe they say it because, hey, if I say I'm romantic, he's going to take advantage of me. Or maybe that's insecurities on someone else's part. That's not on you. If someone feels insecure about their emotions and they're not in check with their emotions, they can't hold their own emotional frame, that's not your problem. That's why girls get finessed. Sometimes they get finessed in the bad way, right? Because they don't have their own. Listen, I hear what they're saying, but you can't sell me on women not liking romance, okay? Because all those novel books and romance, Harlequin romance, and all these books, that's $1 billion a year industry. It's been like that for a long time, and it ain't changing, right? So somebody's buying these books. It damn sure ain't the men. I know that. Ain't nobody I know. They might have a book, but I don't know about it. But my point being that someone's buying these books. Who is it? Who's buying these books? And it's 84% of the consumers are women. And that's a fact. So they're buying and ain't showing. They ain't telling, but somebody's buying. Someone's selling and someone's buying. So that being served, they still need it. Whether they need it from you, different story. Okay, they take these little novels, and it's bad for relationships, guys. It's a bad idea for relationships for you ladies that you look at these books are bad. They create a fantasy world that doesn't really exist. You get parts and parcels of that, but women go out and chase these fantasies in small parts and parcels because they feel they won't get it in the real world, so they go look for it in fantasy. It's no different than going on the computer and just diving yourself into stories and never going outside of the house. It's the same difference. Think about it. How do you explain the cheesy chick flicks? Who goes and who talks the subtle how we met? It was meeting in the rain at a coffee shop. His eyes met mine and we locked eyes and we exchanged numbers, and I can't wait for him to call me now, because it's a fantasy, it's a story. She goes tells her friends. Guys don't do that. We go, yeah, I met somebody. Oh, actually, I met her at the coffee shop last week, and it was raining. It's crazy, but she was, she was cool, whatever, And that's the end of our story. Okay, so women still need it. Romance is a self-interpretation vehicle. No two women are the same. What one person finds endearing, another one may find appalling, repulsive. So, for example, how do you explain a woman that finds the mountains and all the noises and the animals and the wildlife on the grid a romantic place? The guy that's there is romantic. She likes the guys that he's holding my hand, looking up and on the mountaintop, looking over all the forest and everything else. She might find it romantic. Some women say, I'd rather be on the beach and this and that. So some women say, hey, I want to be on a ski mountain and skiing with hot cocoa and by the fireplace at the end of the day. So it varies, guys. But the idea is that as a man, you don't have to create romance. Romance shows up for you when you're doing the right thing in that moment. It's a momentary thing. So you being your masculine, it shows up. How do you explain a woman that falls in love with someone she doesn't even know and become pen pals, like maybe an inmate or someone across the other side of the world that she's never met? How do you explain the attraction with someone like this? The writing, the letters, the wordplay, okay? That becomes romantic. It's a fantasy. Women want to be whimsical. It wants to take them away. It's mystery. It's all those things, okay? That they're not getting in the real world most times. So the thing about romance is that it shows up. When her attraction is high, guys, it shows up. I don't care if you're in the living room after a long day at work, she comes in the house and she's beat, tired, and you you got the music on and you come over and bring her to how was your day? You give her a hug and you start slow dancing with her for a minute, and you give her a little hug, boom, go get yourself cleaned up, whatever, go relax, whatever. And she just goes and says, you know what? She goes, damn, I was in a bad mood, but he just did that. That was so sweet. That was so romantic. It's the little things, guys. We don't know. I mean, it depends. Again, it varies from girl to girl and her attraction toward you. Okay. Her attraction, everything you do is going to be, cute or sweet or romantic. She's going to tell her friends the story. Oh, you know what he did yesterday? Da-da-da-da. I don't mean celebratory. I'm not talking about Valentine's Day and flowers and weddings and all that. Those are ceremonial. Okay. Ceremonial and circumstances. Some women earn that. Some women don't. You got LTRs, you're married women, of course, okay? Try to find a way to, be creative with that. But don't go all crazy. But it's your whiz, that's your girl or your wife, and she earns it, she deserves it, okay? She wants to feel special. All women want to feel special, guys. They all do. They may say they don't, they all do. So you give them that in that moment. But romance, guys, you stay in your masculine frame. You don't have to create it. It's there for you. You keep your masculine appeal high. You keep your SMV high. She's going to recognize the little things you do that's romantic, and she'll say something, or she'll come get next to you or get up under you, and you just embrace her. It's the little things, guys, not the big stuff. That's obvious. It's the little things that get her. Okay, you look and give her a little smile, or you're tying your shoe when you catch her looking at you and you go, what? And she goes, nothing. I was just thinking of something. You don't know their heads are everywhere, and so are their hearts. So listen, guys, let's do what you got to do as far as being masculine, stay in your frame, and just be attuned to her needs. If she's asking for something or want your attention, give it to her. The bottom line is to just be in tuned to her emotion. This is part about being engaged, right? Being engaged in the little small micro movements and behaviors that she gives you. Because once you start learning this stuff, guys, and the little habits she has or whatever, it gets a little easier to pick up on, right? Sometimes she needs that, that masculine energy around her. She's got a lot going on in her head, like I said, and her heart. Who knows what's going on, but you're the rock and you're there to calm things down. You bring her in. You bring her into that solace of peace so she knows that she's good to go. That alone, she can say, is romantic. The fact that you're caring. Caring is loving. Loving is giving. Giving is trust and security. See, all those things tie together. So, listen, guys, if you're here, like, subscribe, comment below. When you hear your family, I got you. Excel, and I'm out.